Where you been, baby? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm new to this is my first video in 2 years, so you're in good company. We're together, if you know what I mean. I feel like low-key, I should be telling myself, welcome back to my channel because it's been so long. I feel like a lifetime. It's been like a lifetime since my last video, and obviously a lot has happened in that lifetime. As you can see, new hair, micro locks. But like that's just the tip of the iceberg of all of the changes that have happened in my life since my last video. So this video is just to like bring you guys up to speed, and then from there we can pick it up one by one. I plan to do a series this May on mental health, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So let us just do like a So my last video was like in January 2021, and since then a lot of things have happened. Queen Elizabeth died. God rest the soul of our favorite colonizer. Um, Russia invaded Ukraine, unfortunately. I will tell you a little bit about that. Maybe in subsequent videos, like not from the political part, but sometimes when you hear things, you think like, oh God, it's so far away. I hope everyone is okay, but these things affect us. It affects people close to us in teeny tiny ways or huge ways, and so I'll talk about that in subsequent videos. um what else? Elon Musk bought Twitter and nearly ruined it, if he hasn't ruined it already. But that's by the way. Twitter is still my favorite place to go and laugh and all of that, but that's an aside anyways. um This is awkward. It feels almost awkward for me because it's my first in a long time, but we'll figure it out together. Come on, come on, come on. Now, what has happened? Now, let's talk about me, which is why we're here. Okay, it's not just about me, but I want to tell you what I've been up to in the last 2 years. First of all, I think when I made my last video, I was still working in e-commerce. Now I've left e-commerce and worked in retail, and I've left fashion retail and worked in banking, and I've left banking, corporate comms in banking, and now I work for a small business called Me and Sons. And I'm like the governess, the mom, the caretaker, caregiver, the school bus person, the cook, the chef, everything. In summary, I currently am in my stay-at-home mom phase, which I hope isn't going to last much longer. I'm also like I also freelance on and off. So if you find gigs like content marketing gigs for your girl, social media planning gigs for your girl, please hook a sister up. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty content to be content again. I think I'm pretty content to be at home right now. It's good for my soul. It's good for where I'm at currently. So, yep, that's about it. Now, speaking of kids, also, I feel like 2022 was a year for family because I got to see my siblings. I got to see two of my siblings. One because he came back from Ukraine, and the second one because he was getting married and I had to go and be a part of the ceremony. And that was like a huge deal for me because I had not seen him since 2019, and so that was like 2 years plus 2.5 years. So I hadn't seen him in 2.5 years until I saw him when he was getting married, which was a really emotional time for me. And then of course my brother came back from Ukraine. At the time I hadn't seen him in 2 years too. So while those were not the circumstances under which he was supposed to leave, it just gave me joy that first I got to see him again after 2 years, and then I got to see him alive and in perfect health, at least to a large extent physically. So there is that. Now, speaking of kids, my kids now speak. I may or may not have shared that at the time, which was part of why I had to, scale back YouTube. My kids were going through like this speech delay, my first son especially, but because his younger brother was modeling speech after him, he too didn't speak. And so we had that whole phase where we were doing assessments and speech therapy and downloading apps and all of that. But thankfully that stage is over and we now converse like contemporaries. And the thing that you should know about speaking with kids is that they see the darndest things. So occasionally somebody will just fire stray bullets, fire blanks, like I can be minding my business and somebody will come and tell me, wow, mommy, your tummy is so big and giant. Or they can come and ask for ridiculous things like, oh, we want to go to space. We want to go to the fire station. We want to go to this. We want to go to that. So, it's more fun. Like I'm trying to give them a better childhood than I had. And I'm trying to make memories because that's why I'm available right now. Like I want them to feel my presence and all of that. So you can see that we're having a good time. Uh, so more news about me. Let me just say that I'm still always like trying to find the fine line between being a private person and being my vulnerable, authentic self. So I'm going to share a little bit about what to expect in the next couple of days and what's been going on with me. So, like, I quit my job last year for so many reasons, but I think that the biggest one was because I was struggling with my health mentally and physically, and so I've had a long battle with depression, which was not like the first episode, but I think that it was the time that I finally decided to get help. So we're just no, we've been out of that for a bit. We've been out of that, but there we are just how do I say it now? I'm off my meds, through with therapy, and there's just so much going on and so much to look forward to. For work, as much as I think I talked about doing a career pivot and all, as much as I wanted to do all of that and like there was so much for me to achieve, I was burnt out. And I know that it's not something that you should experience when you're in your mid 30s and all of that, but I was burnt out and there was there was no way I could continue pretending that I was able to create productive work, and so I quit. What else? Let's talk about weight loss because that's something that I shared about too. I was trying to lose weight in I think 2020, and I think I made a little bit of progress using 75 hard, but things have changed since then. First of all, my I stopped working from home, which meant that I was more stressed and spending more time on the road. And of course, stress makes me gain weight. And then what else? I changed jobs too, so I was barely sleeping and all of that. So all in all, I think I'm still the same weight, but I'm a healthier version of myself. At least I can stand on one foot without wobbling too much, and that's a big deal for me. My health is not perfect, but you know what is my joy? I try to just remind myself that I'm not the only person going through things in life. I'm not the only person trying to figure out what's going on with their body, and just celebrate where I'm at right now. So here we are. This girl has fought and won depression, and she's still winning anxiety, and she's still winning a whole lot of things day by day. So that's what's been going on in the last 2 years. So yeah, that's pretty much a summary of what's been going on with me. my family. But my husband is fine. I just don't talk about him much because he really just is there minding his business and all of that. But he's good. So that's like a summary of everything that's been going on in the past 2 years for me. Now let's talk about you, my darling. What's been happening with you? Like, have you been? What's going on? Tell me in the comments. I'd like to hear from you.